new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live! Yeah.
Kia ora and welcome to the Radioactive.fm Active Live Room. I'm Aimee and I'm joined here today by Jan, aka YOLK. How are you today?
Kia ora, Aimee. I'm good.
That's fabulous.
Hot, sweaty.
Great way to be on a Friday.
Yep, let's bring on the weekend.
And you brought with you a lovely live band here. Would you like to just give us a little intro of who's in the room with you?
Yep, so we have Josh Dominokovic on the drums, classic Wellington cat, Baxter Perry on guitar, probably the most loved man in Wellington, and Devin Ojala, or Oyala, I never know, Silent J.
Close enough.
Also the busiest bass man in Wellington. Catch him running around the streets, getting to rehearsal.
Beautiful, some real talent right here.
Absolutely.
So for anyone who doesn't know who you are, how would you describe what you do and what your music is?
I kind of coined it as gutter folk.
Gutter folk.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, well, like Lou Reed does gutter rock, and so I kind of stole that, but put it more into like an acoustic context, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Lou Reed meets Elliott Smith. That's kind of the vibe. I don't know. I mean, it's like pretty guitars with kind of like gnarly lyrics. I don't know.
Amazing. Very intriguing. I'd love to hear a song.
Yeah.
After that.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Going to it. Cool, man. All right. So this one's actually the title track off this album we're about to record. It's called Let's Stay High Forever. Let's stay high forever. May we die together, and as always, drink cheap. May the checks always split even. May we always be beaten by the same hard luck. Stay your side through the night. May your pain always hide while your love is with me. And though it may seem cold, it's just the draft down window. As I recall, you were home. Life shit and we lose faith. Stay lit without that weight. Nothing prays as good as skinny feels. Tongue in cheek to blood red sheets. I come apathy. No sex can stop me smoking. Discuss this world's races run. Please, baby, you don't need a gun. Thank God I've been straight. The rest have all been gay. I guess California is the place to be.
beautiful YOLK here in the active live room. And I will just mention that we are recording this. We've got beautiful video cameras on all these faces here, so that will be up on our Facebook page later this afternoon. Now, you're quite prolific when it comes to writing and releasing music. You always seem to have something coming out and getting things done. Like you released the album Cherry Blossom and the Moon earlier this year, and you're already working on another album coming up, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Amazing. And do you tend to sort of do that all by yourself, the writing and the recording process?
Traditionally, yep. So for like a long time, for the last 3 years, kind of since I started this project, I've just been like holed up in my bedroom and then, yeah, just recording and releasing. Cherry Blossoms actually took probably it took a year to release it after I'd finished recording it, just because I wanted to do it properly this time and like do an actual release. And we released it on cassette and like made shirts and stuff. So it took ages to get all that together. And then since that album, though, I've actually been like outsourcing parts to other musicians because I don't really have much rhythm. So it's nice to have real drums on your songs and stuff like that. And yeah, so traditionally it was all me, but for this year I've kind of just like been like, you know what, music sounds a lot better with other people playing the instruments than me. So
I love that.
you know,
That's very cool.
share the love.
With Cherry Blossoms, because that was in May, did that sort of get swept up in the swirl of COVID at all with that?
Oh yeah, so we had everything was like all lined up for that actually, and then obviously because that was about to come out in February originally, and then kind of we were like talking about doing this release around then, and then COVID hit, and I was just sitting on it, and I was like, well, whatever, I'm just gonna stick it out there, like, because I've been working on so much other stuff since then, like, kind of like, once it's done, I just want to put it out and like move on. So I just stuck it out on the internet, and then finally when we could have a show, like in between that little gap between level 4 and 3, we actually did the release then. And that was kind of one of the best times because everyone was so stoked to be out, and we did it at the Social Club, and it packed out, and it was an epic night. It was good.
Cool. There's some silver linings, I guess.
Yeah.
How are your personal like attitudes towards the lockdown and everything?
I don't know. I kind of went through hell.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that was like a pretty gnarly time. Like everything that led up to that, and then going into that, it was like a lot of time to be like left alone and reflect on what had just happened. But at the same time, it was good because I wrote a whole bunch of songs in that time, and had a whole bunch of time to work on that stuff. And I mean, it was good because it was like the period before that was quite intense. So then like being forced to stay inside for 3 months, kind of like, it keeps you out of trouble and stuff like that,
Very true.
Yeah, it keeps you off the streets. Exactly.
Great. We'd love to have another track. What have you got up next for us?
Sweet. So this is another one. Pretty much we're all just playing the stuff off the new album we're going to record. This one's called Restroom. It's kind of about being hungover, I guess. Happens, I swear.
False alarm.
Always. This guitar, man. It's that bloody E, bro. Always out. bathroom, and I despise the mirror. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Monday runs out, I've made the most of the weekend by sleeping. No, not at all. And though it's hot outside, it's night that burns me out. By 5 a.m. all my friends hang their heads down. Then I walk to the bathroom, to the porcelain pillow. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna.
YOLK here in the Active Live Room if you're just tuning in. So let's talk about the set list for this little live session. So they are all unreleased songs off an upcoming album, which is super exciting. We get to hear these here. So tell us a little bit about this project that you're working on.
So yeah, funny enough, this is kind of the result of my lockdown. It's called Let's Stay High Forever, which is kind of just like a funny metaphor for the good times and what I see in Wellington, and this bizarre normalized culture of the nightlife. So essentially I just wrote these songs in the first couple of weeks of lockdown, within like 2 weeks, demoed them all, then was going to release that kind of as it was, and then I was like, wait a minute, I have a band, let's do this properly, and get out of the bedroom for the first time, and try and make something semi-professional, try to get it pressed to a vinyl, that's the goal,
That's
put it on the bucket list.
Yeah, so it'll be this band
This
right
band,
here.
these players, all contributing their parts.
Do you have a date set in mind for the recording / release of this?
So recording is going to be second week of January, and then we're going to go like full analog route, I think. So I've never done that before, so I'm not really sure how long that's going to take to mix and master.
Yeah.
I'm assuming less time because you're not staring into the void of the computer and you can only do so much.
Yeah.
So ideally, I guess I'd like to have it out by like April. That'd be cool.
So there's a lot of things that you're doing quite differently to what you've done before then on this album, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
What's the thing you're most kind of looking forward to?
Having a album professionally recorded, pretty much, I guess, and I don't know, I feel like these set of songs are pretty strong in comparison to other ones I've written. I don't know, maybe that's just because it's newer stuff, but really having them like, serviced properly and like having other people on board and having them excited about it, it just makes you way more like stoked on stuff, I guess,
Yeah, true. And then also you're a Massey graduate this year.
Oh, who told you that? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, hell yeah.
Congratulations.
Also, so is this guy, Baxter, as well. He's in my class. So
Wow. Congrats, guys. Lots of hard work. But I wanted to talk about your exposure project.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Lockie was telling me about this, actually, so you can blame him. But you upcycled old speakers into microphones, correct?
That is correct,
Cool.
yes.
So what was the sort of goal behind this project?
Pretty much, I get real bored of like recording on computers, and I'm like not a big fan of digital sound because I don't know, old school, whatever. I don't know. So I kind of wanted to make these microphones that had like a vintage quality to them, and kind of like the easiest way to do that was to just rewire some speakers. You just like reverse the polarity with some solder, negative to positive. It's real simple. Mm-hmm. It sounds complicated, but it's not. And then obviously it's not designed to be a microphone, but like it works as a microphone, so it has this like really gnarly noise floor. It's really grainy. And then I was kind of like researching about that to see what had really been done with them, and no one had kind of like recorded anything other than drums with them. So I was like, sweet, I'll just record an entire album with these and see if it's possible, which is what I did. Yeah. And it turned out pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just like, it turned out surprisingly good. I was not expecting it to be even like really half as good as it was. I don't know.
Well, so, congrats on that.
That album is also coming out real soon.
See, just releasing things left, right, and centre. Amazing.
Take it, I don't know. One of them's gonna hit one day. I don't know. Cool. Underground punk legend. Let's go.
Oh wow! All right, what have we got up next?
This next song is about karma and stuff. It's called "God Gets Around." Yeah, all right, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. People pay for their drink. Nobody told them. If anything, it's blood money. God's gotta buy something. I'm so sorry, dear, I can't go without. Gotta survive somehow. Am I heavy, empty, a weekend room? If it's one day, man, that's cool. I cannot get around the reason for faith while we die by the hour. But we'll pay when it says, now I'm down. Love your life and stay strong if you can. Just do it for me, get on your feet and see what pain can be. When you had everything all over the place, I'm glad you didn't see me that day. We're always together now and then, breathing the same. cannot around. The reason to fake what we die, but yeah. For the day when it says, you know, man, I'm down.
Wicked. So you've got a gig coming up this weekend. Can you tell us where and when that is?
Me, a gig this weekend. Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week. What's the date? Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I got a couple. I was like, well, do I? Sweet. yeah.
Just getting my days mixed
so
up.
I'm just
Don't
doing
mind me.
a solo show at the Social Club on, that'll be Wednesday.
Yep.
And that's kind of like, you know, me playing 2 45-minute sets to people drinking beers and stuff. It's pretty sweet.
Sweet.
You know?
People can get tickets and things
No,
somewhere.
it's free. Just
It's
roll
free.
in.
There we go.
Come
That's
say
a
hello.
steal.
I'll be there.
What
and
a
then,
deal.
Yeah, as far as the band show goes, we don't actually have anything lined up. We're kind of more like an event band, you know. We like playing for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point like going out and, you know, trying to do this kind of like loungy, cathartic thing like every weekend. It's like we want to play for a reason and make it special.
Yeah.
And then I just do the solo shows for money.
Fair. That makes sense. Actually, speaking of that, because I've seen you at iGum a few times. You've played iGum like every year for the last
4 years.
4
man.
years. Yeah, but there was one or maybe
great.
2 times even where you were playing and the whole audience just like sat down
Yeah.
and just vibed out like that.
Absolutely.
Is
like,
that something that's a common thing for you?
it's the traditional YOLK show, yeah. Like everyone gets kumbaya, yeah, sit down. Obviously, last time it was like the first show back after lockdown or something, so it was just like breathers running around and it was like trying to do our thing. It's like sweet. But yeah, the sit down is nice. I mean, some of these new tunes are pretty like upbeat and stuff, but like I've always kind of seen it as more of an introspective kind of thing, you know, rather than like a
Yeah, fair enough. No,
we like the audience to sit down,
super
but
nice.
you know, if you want to boogie, do whatever you want.
Yeah, it was a
Enjoy
bit
yourself.
unusual, but like worked super well for the setting for sure.
Yeah.
So to be honest, you're a little bit like elusive on the social medias and the internets and things. But where is a good place for people to keep up to date?
It's called
with what
lack
you
of
do?
management. Good place for people to keep up to date with YOLK. I guess the Facebook page is kind of going off sometimes.
Yeah.
That's like where I'm going to say that where I'm playing. Instagram at Yoko No. But that's also kind of like mashed with my life. So if you don't know me, it could be a bit weird. Nonetheless, still follow.
Check it out.
Check
anyway.
it out. You know, it's quality content.
Love it. All right, we've got time for one more song. What's it gonna be?
All right, we're gonna end it on what's an anti-love song? What do you call that?
Like a heartbreak song?
Yeah, it's a bit of a heartbreaker. I wouldn't go that far, mate. Just keep that negativity to yourself. Anyway, this one's called Life. Sweet.
Who's on your guitar? You've got a face on your guitar there.
Shout out to this is Tosh Walsh, one of my best friends. This
Keep
is
him with you at all times.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of fun here. He looks kind of like a ghost. I like it. Blowing out a big smoke ring. He keeps me humble and insane at the same time.
Beautiful.
Shout out. Are we ready to rock? Sweet. lie, but you don't lie. Resigned just to cry. I gave you my best. I thought we were friends. Now I'm scared of the sky and the wire, but they can't read your mind when you're high. There's a lie. Please don't call me baby, though you are another fucker for changing me. Now I'm dancing to river. Mother calls to miss ya, but I wanna skate away too. Say goodbye in Seattle. I wasn't actually thinking it was good. Across the Pacific, it was different. You know I can feel overseas. Now I hear at the bar I'm allowed a movie star. You know what that means. The tragedy of love that sets you free to believe. Please don't call me baby, though you are another fucker for changing me. Now I'm dancing to river. Mother calls to miss ya, but I wanna skate away too.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, YOLK Plus Band, for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in here. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the weekend. And of course, a big shout out to NZ On Air Music for everything that they do. Ka kite, everybody. See you later.
Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In the studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.